So, I get some dance meditation in. It's early. It's 7:30 a.m. Low-key feel like I should not have left the house without using the restroom because my stomach is kind of starting to hurt, y'all. For sure. Anyways, y'all, stay tuned. Alright, y'all. Quick life lesson. Listen to your body. Okay? Because, y'all, I had literally just said my stomach was kind of feeling a little weird, right? Your girl had to make a U-turn. Sure did. I had to go right on back home. Feel better now, though. For sure. Your girl almost... Oh, anybody else had those moments before? I love sunroofs, y'all. Like, that's my thing. Like, I would love a car with a sunroof. I've never had a car with a sunroof. Never. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, I've driven cars with sunroofs. I've been in cars with sunroofs. That's how I know I love sunroofs. But I want a sunroof. Y'all, I shaved my armpits, y'all. Briefly. Quick in the shower. Because I was like, I'm not going to make no dance videos today with hairy armpits. Because my last videos that I made the other day, y'all, I didn't shave my armpits. And no lie, y'all, I haven't posted any of those because I was like, bruh, bitch, you look like Bigfoot with them motherfucking hairy ass armpits. So I had to shave them up, y'all. Get them smooth for you. Y'all love my nails? It's called cat eye. Y'all wasn't gonna honk? Let me know it's green. Come on now. Help a sister out. Anyways, y'all. Oh, much better. I'm so happy I turned around because y'all, as soon as I got down the street and got on the camera, like my stomach was like, started rumbling, y'all. I had to literally run in the house. I felt like I couldn't get the keys to work or nothing, y'all. Anyways, enough of that. It's a beautiful Thursday. The sun is out. So I am about. Y'all know I'm light skinned and my hair is a little fine, y'all, because I'm a mixed girl. But y'all, I was just sitting here thinking, I was like, but girl, anybody that knows your name, your full name, they know you are a black woman. I have a Creole name, y'all, because my grandma was Creole, and she gave my mom a Creole name, and my mom gave me a Creole name. So, but my whole life, it's like, oh my God, I always used to hate my name, y'all. No lie, I used to hate it. But now I actually really love my name because it's so unique, and I don't ever, well, I'm not going to say ever, because I rarely meet people with my middle name. My first name, that's pretty common. It's a pretty common name, y'all. But the way it's spelled is not as common as you would think. But my middle name is like so... Growing up, I always used to feel like it was so ghetto, y'all. But now that I'm older, I really love it, and like I'm happy that my mother, my mom, gave me my middle name that she did. It's beautiful, actually. Yeah. My last name, I always used to not like my last name, because people used to associate my last name with boy, because it rhymes with boy. And so I used to hate that shit, because they used to call me such and such boy, and that used to piss me off. I think one time I even socked somebody in the mouth for that, because he was getting on my nerves. Oh yeah, y'all, I used to fight boys when I was a kid. It seems like they always used to pick on me, and now that I think about it, it's probably... But yeah, y'all, I've always been very, very pretty. My whole life, I've always been very pretty. And you would think that you would get pretty privilege, but no, I didn't get pretty privilege. People actually, like, I've never fit in, actually, to be honest, because y'all, you gotta think, I'm black and I'm white. So, you're not white enough to fit in with white people. And it seems, apparently, you're not black enough to fit in with black people either. Especially when you're pretty. A pretty yellow? What? A pretty light skin? What? Didn't nobody like me. And the crazy thing is, I've always been, like, the sweetest person. Like, y'all, I don't mess with nobody. I don't mess with nobody. So no, I never got really pretty privilege at all. It's quite the opposite. I always felt like I had to, like, prove myself through my work, through me being who I am. I've always had to prove myself. But once I prove myself, I get so much fucking respect, y'all. Like, people respect me. No lie, y'all. People respect me. People in my life respect me for sure. I hold weight. For sure. And I'm not even saying that to brag. I'm saying that very humbly. Like, and it's always been that way. Like, at first, because I used to move around a lot, y'all, so... But yeah, I used to move around a lot, so I never, I never stayed at the same school for very long. I never, like, you know, was around the same people for very long, because I always used to move, like, every other fucking year. But, so it's like everywhere I would go, I would have to start over. And at first, like, you know, it'd be a little, like, but after a while, people, like, see who I am. People used to, and here's another big tee-hee-hee, y'all. Because you gotta think, I was raised with nothing but my black side, y'all. My dad, he's white. I don't know him. And, yeah, I don't know him. I've met him 3 times my whole life. None of those times was past 7 years old. And And so I don't know him. I don't know his family. So I was literally, my mom married my stepdad at 4, and he's a black man. So literally, both sides of my family that I grew up with were black. So growing up, like, that was something that was very, very hard for me to, I was in denial that I was white, y'all. I was in denial that my dad was white. I was half white. Because it's, like, hard to associate with something that you have no connection to, you know nothing about. You've never experienced living that life, that way of living, So that was very hard for me, and my family also disassociated with my white side, because I grew up in a very small country town where, the whole black and white thing was still looked at like raunchy, So, like, my family, they used to tell me I was light-skinned because I looked like my grandma, because my grandma was Creole. And so they told me I used to get my light-skinnedness in my hair from my grandma. So they would disassociate me from being white at all. So I grew up essentially black, completely. Like, they didn't acknowledge me as white in my family at all. That wasn't a thing. Of course, they made jokes on me and stuff, but, who doesn't make jokes on people? You feel me? Everybody has to chop a little bit. Just builds a little tough skin. But, yeah, that was very hard for me, and even into adulthood, because then, even into adulthood, I was in denial of who I actually was and what I was composed of, y'all. And honestly, until 4 years ago, whenever I became single, I've been single for 4 years, y'all. So from 17 to 27, I was with my kid's dad. Yeah, I think. Yeah, 11 years. But yeah, so I was with my kid's dad from 17 to 27. At 27, I left, and literally left with nothing. Started my life over from scratch, from the bottom. Literally 1-bedroom apartment type shit with all 5 of my kids, and no idea of what it felt like to be by myself, because I had never been by myself, because I literally left my parents' house and was with him. So at 27, I started my life over, and that's when I started really, like, breaking into who I am, learning who I am, what I am, what makes me, what breaks me, those are important things to know, what breaks you. But yeah, so yeah, I left at 27, started my life over with nothing, y'all. That's when I started stripping, because I was like, I really needed money, because I was a teacher's aide during the day, and don't get me wrong, it did good, but it didn't do what I needed it to do, because everything in this life is expensive, you feel me? So at night, 3 nights out of the week, when I would get off work, I would go strip, and then on the weekend I would strip. So 3 nights a week I would go strip. And I did that that was very brief, because, I had connected with, like, a few good tricks, y'all. So, I didn't have to strip no more, because, shit, you get paid to go on fucking dates. What you talking about? You get paid to go fucking eat and smile and look pretty. But, started over, and I really came into self and, like, who I actually am, what I am, For sure, I'm a black woman, though, for sure. And I'll stand on that 10 toes down, because I've never known anything else. I'm a black woman, period. Just a little light-skinned black woman with some good hair and technically half white. But I'm a black woman nonetheless, and I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Shit. Anyways, but yeah, it was rough growing up, y'all. I had a rough life, y'all. I was abused as a child, y'all. Like, don't get me wrong, I love my stepdad. I do. Me and him have a really good, well, I don't really talk to my family very much anymore, but my stepdad, he was a good man. He is a good man. Still, I'm gonna stand on that. He's still a good man. Very good man. And but he did used to abuse me, y'all. And my mom did used to let him. And not normal ass whoopings that every black household says is a ass whooping, you know, like bruises, cuts, bleeding. I used to have to take cold spoons and rub them on my face to get some bruises gone before I go to school, type stuff. So that's abuse. I'm a parent. I know what abuse is. Anyways, y'all, I just ordered me some coffee and I forgot what I was talking about that quick, but yeah. So, yeah, I never got pretty privileged. If anything, it made me tougher because I had to literally, like, work harder to just get respect, because I'm not about to be disrespected, for sure. Definitely not getting disrespected and taking it. So, you know. But honestly, y'all, at the same time, like, when I say disrespect, like, or, you know, I had to prove myself, I've always kind of been a loner. I've never really needed a whole bunch of friends. I've always kind of rolled one deep, for sure. I've always kind of stuck to myself. I talk when I need to talk. I hang when I need to hang. And I serve my purpose when I need to serve my purpose. So, yeah. Honestly, I'm a people's person, but whenever I have to be. But when I say respect, it's just like I never was the one invited to things. I was never like sometimes I low-key would eat lunch by myself. Bruh. Until I got into like high school, whenever you really start mixing and mingling, you feel me? Then when I got in high school, I was popular. And I think I gained my popularity because I was always the quiet person in the background. Y'all, I was always a genius too. So I was also a super nerd at the same time. AP, everything, for sure. For sure. Your girl is low-key smart, y'all. I'm pretty. But if we ever met in person, you'd be surprised to know the things that I actually know. But I would never tell y'all. Maybe I should host some seminars. That's something eventually I would love to do, host seminars. Because your girl knows a lot of things, y'all. I taught myself how to type in the first grade, y'all. Literally. In the first grade. My mom she was a young mom. My mom had me at 16. And she, literally, like, she's a Pisces as well. I'm February 27th. She's March 11th. So my mom had me, almost 2 weeks, not even a full 2 weeks before her 17th birthday. So my mom was a young mom, but I'm going to tell you this. My mom always did what she had to do. Like, for sure. She stood on business. So she used to go to school, and she had all these typing books. So I literally used to sit at my computer. That's when we had dial-up internet, so we had to run the cable cord all the way across the house, y'all. And so my mama was not letting me use no damn internet. So I did something productive with my time. I used to make business cards. I used to make flyers. Business cards, flyers. Like, I just used to do a whole bunch of things. I've always just been very tech savvy, y'all. Like, and it's so crazy because literally, like, I haven't been to school for so many things that I know how to do. I just know how to get on the fucking laptop, computer, and make it do what it motherfucking does, y'all. I don't know how, but I just know how to work everything. Honestly, I know how to fix things. But, yeah, so I would just sit at night, and, you know, most kids would be up. I don't know what they would be doing at night, but I would be sitting at the computer. I would open my mom's college typing course books. and start typing. So I taught myself how to type in the 1st grade, y'all. In the 1st grade. So, I forgot what I was saying, y'all. I'd be skipping around so much. Because my mind just be going. I'm really low-key just going down memory lane right now. But, yeah. That's that. Take what you want from it. Oh, sir. But y'all, honestly, I've only been in 3 fights my whole life. Because I really don't, I'm not confrontational. Like, it's no need to be confrontational. What we need to be confrontational about, y'all. You know, if it's your personal problem, it's your personal problem. That has nothing to do with me. And if it's my personal problem, I'm never going to take it out on you. I'm not going to take my problems out on you. I'm not going to, no. If anything, I'll get the fuck away from you. If I got a problem, for sure, I'll distance myself. I'll back up. For sure. Been in 3 fights my whole life. Oh, that's how I got popularity. Let me tell y'all this story. Because there was this guy, and he picked on me literally from like 7th grade all the way up until 9th grade. Because we stopped moving whenever I got into junior high. We stopped moving. So I was pretty stationary. Out in Richmond, Texas, y'all. Shout out to Lamar Consolidated. That's where I went to school at. But yeah. And so, there was this guy, he had been picking on me literally from like 7th grade all the way up until 9th grade. And then when I got into 9th grade, he thought that he could still, I guess, pick. So, he called me out in the cafeteria one day. He was like, such and such and such and such, what you looking at, you black slave bitch. That's what he told me, y'all. That's what he called me. And at that point, I was like, girl, at that point, y'all, I literally felt like, when he called me that, I literally felt like I had to whoop his ass for my people. Because you're not about to call me that and think that that's okay. And my ancestors literally, like, slaved to the bone. Literally endured so many trying and hard times. My ancestors went through a lot to get me where I am now, to be free. You feel me? I literally had ancestors that went through so much stuff just to make it to freedom. For you to sit up here and call me that. So, when I say I blacked out and I tore his ass the fuck up. He had 2 black eyes, a busted up mouth, busted up nose. He was bleeding everywhere. They could not get me off of him, y'all. Like, I literally started dragging him around the cafeteria because they picked me up. Literally, it took 3 people to carry me, and I would not let him go for the life of me. I would not let him go. I had him by his hair, y'all, and I was just dragging him, and literally, and I tore his ass up for my people, because you're not about to call me that and think that that's okay. So, after I had that fight, like, literally, they called me Lady Ali. Literally. And, that's whenever I'm not gonna say I was popular, because I wasn't popular, but, like, I had much respect. Like, everybody, any clique, any group, any gang, they was fucking with me. Anybody, everybody was fucking with me. Period. So I literally, in high school, I in 9th grade, I had to literally fight for my respect. After that, I had my respect for sure, though. So nobody was fucking with me no more. I was good to go. I could get into any party. But I never used to go to parties. I never went to a party in high school, y'all. I was actually a really good girl. Literally, I went to state for track. I literally had scholarships lined up for track, and I dropped out of school my 12th grade year. And y'all, your girl is a genius. I used to take AP classes, so your girl was actually, like, at the top of her class. But like I said, my stepdad used to abuse me, and, you know, after, like, literally my whole childhood, I went through so many things. And in high school, I was raped. And that's how I lost my virginity. And so, I don't know, so much like mental damage, y'all. So whenever I met my kid's dad, I looked at him like he was like my savior, y'all. I literally looked at my kid's dad like he was my savior. So at 17, and he lived out in Houston, and I lived out in Richmond. So how are we going to make this work? And I remember one night, me and him, we went out on a date, and I had missed my curfew, and I was like, oh my God, like, I don't want to go home because he's gonna beat me. My stepdad, but I've always looked at him like my dad. I was like, my dad is gonna beat me. And he told me, well, don't go home, stay with me. And so that's what I did. I stayed with him, and I never went home. Never went back to my parents' house, ever. Cheers to that. And so then we just started popping out babies left and right. Left and right, literally. Like every 2 years, popping out babies. So that's why I have 5 kids. Because he kept me pregnant. But, no, he was a really good man. He is a good man. But, you know, eventually, you know, if you run from your problems and you're not healed, those problems will always be there. You're never going to be complete if you're not healed from within. So, yes, of course, you know, shit, I loved him down to the bone, y'all. Like, shit, I'm a real rider. Yeah, that's what y'all don't know. Like, I'm going to ride with my man for sure. I'm down for sure with my man. Like, we finna make some shit motherfucking shake for real with my man. I'll give anything for my man, for sure. I don't care what people think about that. That's how I feel. For my man, I'm gonna do it all. But and my man would do it all for me, for sure. That's what I expect. But anyway, so yeah, we like I said, if you're not healed, these problems will always be there, and nothing will ever be right until you heal yourself. So, you know, we had problems our last 6 years of our relationship. Like, it was, I literally, I've definitely been down at my worst, y'all. So, that didn't work out. We had to part ways. But luckily, we co-parent very well now. I guess because we're not together, so we don't have that bound to each other. And, you know, it allowed him time for him. It allowed me time to know. So, yeah, it allowed me time to get to know myself these past 4 years, y'all. I've been, your girl been working, hustling, loving myself, learning how to love myself, learning how to be alone, y'all, because, you know, just learning how to be alone. Learning how to be okay with being alone. You feel me? Now I've gotten to a point where it's like I can go without sex for sure. Because y'all, I'm a firm believer. I don't know, but I honestly feel like when someone is raped, I feel like it basically like takes your self-worth. Like, I feel like you just don't value yourself as much, especially being raped. And I used to get beat my whole life. So I literally it took a lot for me to learn who I actually am and what I'm actually worth, y'all. But I can't settle for bare minimum these days, y'all. You feel me? That's why I can't have no trick. Because if I'm not fucking with you, I'm not fucking with you. No matter how much money you give me, I don't want to give you no pussy. And that's just that. So that's why I can't have no trick no more, y'all. Okay? I literally had to turn down an opportunity because I'm not at a place in my life where like money is gonna move me. You feel me? Don't get me wrong. Money definitely gets it wet. Money is definitely a factor, for sure. But at the same time, if I'm not feeling you, then I'm not gonna do it. Period. At all. I'm okay with being by myself. Like, I value myself and I value my time. You feel me? At the end of the day, like, I do very well by myself, y'all. I literally had to turn somebody down. They were taking me to go get my kids' school clothes. But I had to stop and ask myself that question. Is this what you want? Do you want this person? You know, is this the person for you? Or do they look at you like a sexual object and you look at them like a pocket full of change? That was the reality. He looks at me like a sexual object, and I just wanted his money because I know he's not the one for me. So I had to turn him down, y'all. But yeah, so I had to turn him down, and you see, like I said, I do pretty well by myself. So I literally yesterday took my kids shopping for their school stuff. Do I got to get their school stuff in increments? Yes. But your girl does it. Nonetheless, your girl does it. My kids were so fucking happy. And that made me feel like working all this overtime, sacrificing my own body, you know. And when I say body, I'm talking about like your girl be hurting to the bone, y'all, because your girl be working. I be getting content out for y'all for free. But I don't mind, because this is literally things that I do anyways. So it's like, you might as well record it and fucking throw it out there, you know. This is my diary. YouTube is my diary, y'all, just to let y'all know. It's my diary. I don't do it for the money. I do it for me. Because, y'all, when I watch my content back, I feel motivated to keep going. This is like my fucking Bible, y'all. I don't really read the Bible. I'm not a religious person. I'm a spiritual person. I'm actually really tapped into some forces that I would have to explain to y'all in person and really break down some things to y'all. But this channel is like my Bible, because it really fuels me and it keeps me going, for sure. Between this and my TikTok, y'all. So that's what it is. And it is what it is. You feel me? So, yeah. Y'all, I ended up getting me some, I don't know, it's like this, I love Mediterranean perfumes. This one is a candy rose. And oh my god, when I say it smells so fucking good, y'all. I just got it the other day. And the thing is, it was only $20, but it smells amazing, y'all. Like, you just don't know. I get so many compliments. People tell me I smell good naturally anyways. Like, I love to smell good. I love perfume. That's like, you want to get something wet? Give me some perfume. Period. I'm gonna be happy. I don't even be asking much out of a relationship, y'all. Honestly, like, I don't be looking for a man to do everything for me, y'all, because I'm a working ass motherfucking woman. I'm a hustling ass woman. Like, y'all, your girl gets it fucking in. Your girl gets it done, for sure. Like I said, I do everything by myself already, without a person. So it's like, when I do get my man, like, I just expect simple things. Like, bruh, you can't get my nails done? I already do that for myself. You can't do some things I already do? Takes some load off of my shoulders? Like, nigga, we don't need to go. People always want to goddamn take you out to eat or do what they want to do. Men want to do what they want to do when they spending their money. But I'm going to need a man that wants to do what I need to do, or I want to do, because it's like, not all the time, but sometimes, you know, I'm a working woman. Like, if I'm your woman, hell, let's go get massages together. Let's go to the spa together. You don't even got to give me money to go get my nails done. Let's go to the spa together and do all of these things together. You feel me? Let's do these things together, you know? That's fine with me. I would love that, honestly. Like, I've always wanted a man that I could go get my nails done with, and he's sitting over there looking all fine next to me, and you feel me? I don't want to get the... I'll be getting the cheap pedicure, y'all. I'll be getting the cheapest pack there is, the $35 pedicure. Simple, basic shit. Scrub these motherfuckers, scrape off this dead-ass motherfucking skin, and paint these motherfucking toes. And I pay an extra $20 for some motherfucking shellac, because I don't want my polish coming off. You feel me? So I'll be getting the cheapest ass package, but I want a man that's like, baby... you're getting the best package. You getting that package where they finna put the hot stones, the wax, they finna massage your legs and everything. You finna damn near have a motherfucking orgasm getting your feet fucking rubbed. Okay? Because men be talking about they wanna give you the massage. Nigga, you're gonna massage me for about 2 minutes and think that you're finna then you're gonna get distracted with this naked ass that's laying in front of you, and you're gonna want some. I'm just saying. That's the truth. Like, no, fuck that shit. Let's go get massages. And we can fuck when we get home. We can make love when we get home. You feel me? Or hell, when the people leave out after the massage, shit. We gotta get dressed. That's... I'm telling you, y'all, I feel like I want a man where, like, we could just make love in so many different places. I would be down for that. Like, I would give my man head in so many different places, y'all. Like, I don't give a fuck where we at. Like, what? If I don't feel like opening up, like, shit. What that mouth do, though? But anyways, y'all. I always get so distracted. But, yeah, I'm going to leave this conversation here. I'm going to go get some of my dance meditation. Thank y'all for tuning in. Shared a little bit of my life story. But anyways, y'all. Your girl is gonna get some dance meditation in. Thank y'all for listening. I touched some subjects that I know whenever I watch back I'm gonna feel some type of way, y'all. But I'm an open book, and your past, your history, what you've been through is what makes you. It's your testimony, y'all. People like to think of testimonies as like fucking crack addict stories and stuff like that, but your testimony is your testimony. Everything is a testimony. Okay? So, I don't mind sharing my testimony. I don't mind sharing what I've been through, because all of the things that I have been through, I don't look at them as I'm a victim. I look at them like they made me stronger. They made me better. They made me who I am. You feel me? So, with that being said, I don't look at my past as something that broke me. Maybe at that time it did break me. Maybe at that time it hurt me. Maybe at that time it damaged me. Maybe at that time it wounded me. But your girl is healed. Your girl is strong, and I feel better than ever. And that's all that matters. I'm able to share this because it's a thing of the past. It's over. I've made it out, y'all. And that's why I can share. And hopefully, my story is heard and touches many people. That's what I live for. That's my purpose, to just share. And take from it what you want, what you will. Okay? But I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for channeling into Channels with T 777. Hit me up. Email. Let me know. What's going on with you. What's good with you. Any collaborations out there? If you see something in me that you think that I could be a good fit for you, your life, position, because your girl does need more money. And your girl ain't afraid to work. Like, I don't ask for handouts. I'm not asking for money. But if you got a job opportunity for me and you feel like I'm a good fit, like, I'm down to work. Like, I need another job, y'all. I do. But a job that I feel passionate about. A job where it adds to my life purpose. A job where I feel like I'm achieving something. Like, not even on, like, you know, a job where I can be a creator, y'all, and let all of the amazing things, attributes that I do hold deep within me, I want to bring those attributes out and share them with the world and help any project grow to its fullest potential. I want to help push somebody's dream. My dream is to help push a dream. You feel me? I want to be on the team of the person with the dream. Okay? That's my dream. You know, everybody talks about, oh, they want to be the boss. Everybody is a boss. In their own light. They just have to know their lane, they have to know their place, and they have to know their purpose. I don't have to be the head honcho. I don't want to be the head honcho. I don't. That's not meant for me. That's not me. I feel like I'm the perfect addition. And I want to be on a team where I can bring some amazing things to the table. And I'm supported. And I can also take in very many amazing things, okay? And learn very many things and level up in ways that, you know, sometimes you do need a team to level up. And sometimes you need to come to the team to level them up as well. Perfect balance, perfect give and take. So your girl is down to work, for sure. As long as it's something that is fitting to my alignment with my purpose, I'm down. So y'all email me if you feel like there's something that you can do, okay? Something you can add to my life. And vice versa. If you feel like I got something I can add to your life and you're willing to make it lucrative for me, for sure, hit me up. But yeah, and oh yeah, the Zelle, channels with T, 777 at gmail.com. If you feel called to show some love in a very lucrative way, you know, just because. So I'm going to leave this here, y'all. I love y'all. Stay tuned for my dance meditations, y'all. Stay tuned, okay? Because your girl loves to dance. Dance, dance, dance. Yes, your girl loves to dance, y'all. Honestly, it's like my escape. It's my spiritual tap-in time. And your girl hasn't been smoking, so it's like, hopefully my creative spark is still there, because I like to smoke before I dance, because I just be tapping into like other dimensional type of feelings and vibrations. But I'm trying to be sober and, you know, tap into myself. But yeah, I'm gonna leave this here because your girl can be long-winded. Your girl can talk, for sure. But thank you for watching. I love y'all, and I appreciate all of you, each and every one of you. Even if I don't know you, I appreciate you and I love you. You're special to me. And I believe in you, and I feel all of the hard work that you are doing, and it's gonna pay off, okay? So just keep going, y'all. Just keep going. Don't stop. Everything that comes to tear us down is only tearing us down to build foundations for even better, higher, greater than what you ever expected could be possible, okay? Shoot for the stars, and hopefully you land on a whole nother planet, baby. Period. Love y'all. Peace.